Wow, it's March already, and we're back with another Create Craft Share YouTube hop. We've got some amazing designs this month, and our theme is altered items. And if you've come from Jody at Spiegelmom Scraps, then you've come to the right place. If you haven't seen hers yet, just click on the link below this video and check her out first, then come back here and check mine out. So let's go on and see what we're doing today. So here's my altered item. It's a wonderful canvas that I made for a great aunt of mine. I'm really hoping she likes it. So let's move on and see how to make this. Hi everybody, and welcome to another Create Craft Share this month. I decided it wasn't the usual altered item I would usually pick, but I decided to do a canvas. I did the canvas last month because this month I just had no mojo whatsoever to alter an item. I tried and just nothing was coming, so I decided to do this project on my canvas that I did. And here it is. It's a gift for my great aunt, and I'm hoping she likes it. I'll walk you step by step of how I did this. I'll show you a bit closer. I'll show you some better pictures. It's kind of hard right now, but I'll put some pictures up on my post. Okay, so first things first, I took a large canvas, and what I did was, if you can see, the very background is actually dictionary paper or storybook paper. You can use whatever you want. I think some of it's dictionary paper, some of it's from an old kid's book. So I just ripped out pages, and of course when I put it on, I don't want that blank area around each page showing. So when I rip out a page, I'll show you what I mean. When I rip out a page, you can see you have all this blank area around. I also tear around that just so that I have all the printing right up to the edge, because I don't really like any blank space. So that's a trick with those papers. So I took that and I glued it on using a gel medium, and I used this one. I find that I really like this one. A friend of mine that teaches classes, she recommended this. And what I had before was golden, this golden, but it's such a small container compared to this. And I found that my golden was actually quite lumpy when I was using it. It had little clumps in it, and I didn't like that at all. So I decided, you know, this is about, I think it's about 25 bucks roughly, and this was 14. And this is very nice, very smooth, easy to work with. I like the texture of it. So I used the gel medium to glue on all the dictionary and storybook pages for the background onto the canvas. Then I took just some white acrylic paint, just any paint, you know, those little tubes you can get at Michael's, the little containers, they're $1 something a piece usually. And what I did was I just used a white and just quickly whitewashed the entire canvas, and that was to give it the background because I still wanted the printing to show through. So then after that I took pieces of lace. I've got a basket just full of lace, rolls of lace. So I just grabbed different ones. I think I used all white and cream colors. And I just took strips of it. Didn't care how long they were. I just unrolled a piece, cut it off, and used the gel medium to attach lace pieces. If you can see all the little pieces of lace glued on there with gel medium, because I wanted to give the canvas some texture. Okay, the next step was to stencil, and I used this Prima stencil. I really like it. And of course this Tim Holtz Raise stencil. And then I just took some different sprays. I think I used Delusion sprays, a brown and an orange Tattered Angels spray to spray with the stencils, if you can see that. And what happened was, when I was done with the stencils, I really didn't like the look of it. It was really dark, and I was getting upset. I thought I ruined the canvas. But then I borrowed some white sprays. I think one was a Tattered Angels and one was a Delusions white spray. And I sprayed it on there to try and lessen the harshness of the color. But that still didn't quite work. It was still quite dark. So what I did was just take some gesso, some white gesso just on my finger, and I just went all over where I didn't like the color. So if you can see that too, you can tell that there's some gessoing over top, because the color was just too dark for me and I didn't like it. So here I thought I totally ruined my canvas, but after I gessoed everything, it doesn't look so bad anymore. It looks fantastic, actually. I was really happy with it. So then, after getting the photo on, I ended up adding some lace, some more lace at the bottom. Here you go, if you can see the lace along the bottom. And that's 2 layers of lace. I had some hearts and then a ruffle. And I glued that along the bottom. And I found some flowers. When I was working on this, I was at a retreat, and their dollar store had some neat, wild-looking flowers. They came like this. Wasn't really the color that I wanted. It's kind of green, doesn't really go with the canvas. So what I ended up doing was just taking some paint, some of the white acrylic paint again, and I just went over it with my finger. I put some on my mat and dipped the flowers in it, you know, rubbed the white paint on the flowers, so that kind of blended them into the background. You can see there. And then I decided I wanted a little bit of sparkle, just a little bit of sparkle. So what I did was take some Suquang tape, some wide stuff. I put some strips on some paper. Then I just took some glitter. I believe I've got the bag. I think I got this, I don't know where I got this glitter from actually. And I don't like glitter too much, so I don't use it, but I just wanted to add some sparkle, so I did use some glitter. Oh my god. Okay, so there it is. It's really pretty color. And I thought that would go perfect with this canvas. And so I just hand drew some flowers on top of that Suquang tape. I cut them out, and then I took so the one side had some white paper on it so it wasn't sticky. Then I took the other side off, which was sticky, and poured the glitter on. And then I just added some rhinestones in the middle. And that just adds that little special something there. And also you can see some string. I just had some of this natural looking string here and just curled some up before I put it on because it was brown. I wanted everything to blend into the background except the photo. So I just took some more acrylic white paint and just took my strip of string and just put the white paint on my hands and just went to town on it. Just, you know, covered the string. And then I just kind of looped it around and put it behind the flowers. And even on the bottom here, you can see some more of that string behind. So that's what I did. And then for the letters, I found a stamp. A friend of mine had these cool letter stamps, and I stamped them and just cut them out. I didn't need them to be perfectly square or anything, so I just cut them out, inked the edges, and then I don't know if you can tell, but the letters, I used a crackle finish on top of them because I just wanted a little bit of it. I mean, it's very subtle, can't really tell too much, but it just adds that vintage look to it. So I added a crackle finish. For that crackle on the letters was this Ink Essentials Crackle Accents. I used that to make the crackle on those letters. And then I think that's about it. I just took some of my ink and went around the edge of the canvas just to give it a little extra because it didn't look that great with just leaving it white. So I just took some ink and went around the edges. And that is my project for this month for Create Craft Share. And I believe your next stop on the hop will be Charity. So please take a look at her wonderful, wonderful project. And thanks for joining me today. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, you like what you see, just hit the subscribe button down below and subscribe to my channel. Also, I do have a blog, so check me out at myscrapmenagerie.blogspot.ca. And you can follow along, just leave your email, and you'll be notified of every new post I post. And then I also had a really pretty lacy handkerchief. If you can see that, it's behind the photo. And I used that as the mat for the picture. And I just gel mediumed that on there too. And found some old music pages and ripped some strips off there and glued them underneath the photo. When I glued the photo down, I left a bit of a border loose so I could put some things behind it. So that I glued the photo down first and then did the strips of music behind it.